Good day, everyone. This is Dr. Renuka Devi, Assistant Professor from Department of Computer Science, Stella Maris College. In this short video, I would like to share the fundamentals of Agentic AI, which is a new, novel, and emerging dimensions of artificial intelligence, which automates all the work efficiently and dynamically. So let's quickly get started with this idea and let's explore more about the applications and case study about Agentic AI. Let's get started. Let's have a quick walkthrough of what is Agentic AI is all about. Let's explore what is this new topic, Agentic AI. Agentic AI is a branch of artificial intelligence concept which does the work autonomously, which sets the goal, which plans the action, and autonomously it does everything with a little human intervention. So it is built based upon the agentic AI models which mimic the human decision making to solve problems in real time. Let's have a quick walkthrough of the evolution of AI. Earlier systems are built upon rule based automation. Rule based automation strictly have a input and the output. So they consider only the static logic. Later on, machine learning came into effect. Under machine learning, the machines are trained with the proper data, and after some point of time, the machine try to learn all the patterns from the data. When the new data is given to the machine or a model, the model will eventually predict the solution or give some sort of prediction. So up to this, all these systems are meant for only the analysis or actually deriving solution for analyzing a large amount of data. So after the machine learning, it's used in a lot of other applications like classification, clustering, and pattern detection, and so on. Then generative AI. Generative AI, as the name says, is creates a new text, audio. It is a kind of multimodal interaction where the user can give any prompting, like either they can give audio, video, image, as well as the text. So generative AI, where it creates a content based upon its learned pattern and history. So generative AI is based on the transformer model, which is the basis for all the generative technology right now. So all the chat GPT of pre-trained model, which right now we are talking about agentic AI. Agentic AI is completely a goal-driven action which is sets a goal, which tries to optimize the object and which does the work autonomously without any human intervention. So likewise, when you see the evolution from the rule based to agentic AI, it's like from checking the logic if or not, then it's completely transfer into analyzing certain data and predicting, and later on not only analyzing, it's like generating a new content into it, and finally now we are actually planning, fulfilling, and setting the goal. So agentic AI is a new dimension of artificial intelligence which not only gives a solution automatically, which sets a goal, which plans the action, and eventually will give you the solution for the problem. Let's have a look into the key features of agentic AI. When we say about agentic AI, it's based upon AI agents. AI agents have the capability of doing things autonomously. So first it sets a goal or objective and it tries to achieve the goal and the objective. So first thing it plan what are the things to do, and then based upon the learned experience it try to solve the problem. So the decision making process happen after that, then it tries to solve the problem, and the learning happen autonomously. Conventional systems where it has to stop after the prediction or classification, at some point of time, the output will be given to the user. So the human intervention is needed, try to interpret the answer. But in this case, the one of the main and foremost features of agentic AI is that the agentic AI itself will have the capability of understanding and adapting to the solution and also interact with the user, and it changes goals and actions accordingly. It is like with less human intervention, it tries to learn lot of things on its own. Let's look into the case study about agentic AI. So here a doctor who is trying to track the patient record or a vitals. So he is an intensivist who tries to track the patient record like heart rate, low blood pressure, and the other vitals. So let's try to have the comparison between how the conventional machine learning system will react and also the agentic AI system. So the machine learning will model will continuously track all the data. It gathers all the data. It tries to analyze the pattern in the data. So once there is any potential risk, the output will be given to the doctor. So the doctor will manually interpret the predictions given by the machine learning model. Then he takes the actions. So it is like a kind of analysis and giving the prediction to the doctor. So the human intervention is really needed in this case, where after that only the doctor will decide what can be done with the patient or not. But if it is in the case of agentic AI, it is like automated monitoring system which takes all the patterns, identifies the pattern, and some sort of automation is done by the agent model itself. For example, if the vitals are risky or it seems to be not okay with the patient, the system itself will automatically order for more number of tests or moving into a more number of prediction. So some analysis is done by the system itself before giving the prediction to the doctor. So this is the major difference between what is traditional ML and agentic AI is all about. Here we are not telling human intervention is not at all necessary for agentic AI model. Obviously intervention is required, but it's very much minimal in agentic AI model, because the systems are trained in such a way that it takes the data, it does the action. If anything is going wrong, so it has the autonomous capability to go and proceed with the same. So this is a fundamental difference between what is traditional ML model and agentic AI. So it sets a goal, and it checks for the reasoning, and it does some of the actions on its own, and finally it gives a prediction to the concerned person or to the consumer or whoever using this system. These are all some of the applications of agentic AI. Agentic AI has opened n number of opportunities across the domain. So first of all, it's very much useful in IT service management, where it can fine tune the services to the consumer. And in security operation, it's try to automatically detect if there is any cyber attack. In after finding any malfunction or any vulnerabilities found in the system, it tries to take all the action automatically. In sales and marketing, it sets the planning strategy and also optimizes the sales. And in customer service, it gives intelligent support for the consumer. And in engineering and development, it's highly used in design and development. And in operations and supply chain management, it optimizes the logistic transportation, the other planning strategies as well. In human resources, it tries to minimize and automate the human intelligence system where the recruitment is happening. And finally, in the financial operation system, it tries to explore the potential risk, and it tries to give all the planning and other strategy involved in the finance. These are some of the challenges and limitations of agentic AI. Having said that, agentic AI has opened a lot of opportunities across vertical. Still, there are some potential challenges and limitations. First and foremost potential risk is that the trust explainability, and verification. Whenever we talk about AI model, we rely on the trust and the predictions made by the system. So we mainly focus on ethical aspects of agentic AI. Sometimes this kind of AI model will try to give the biased output. So there is a human intervention. At the same time, there should be a common understanding of how this system works. Sometimes lack of coordination might can also happen in these systems, so they might give you the unexpected output as well. So when agentic AI models are trained for a large scale operation, maybe it try to encounter with some sort of technical glitch as well. And this is a new emerging technology and still it's evolving. So the infrastructure foundations and the large number of research gaps are still available in this domain. And when we talk about other sort of limitations like sensitivity and the biases, and also the prompting sensitivity, the way the systems are being trained, based upon that only it try to give the prediction and the answer. So these are all some of the challenges and the limitations of agentic AI model. To conclude, the agentic AI represents the paradigm shift in the field of artificial intelligence. By enabling autonomous capability, these systems does efficient work, but at the same time, the ethics and the other aspects of artificial intelligence should also be considered to make this system effectively used and channelized. Thank you.